I don't know. This is obviously all new to me. I never imagined that I'd be in this position or attend an event like this. You know, it's all new to me. But all I can do is I suppose tell my piece and be honest. You know, what it was like for me. You know, I was addicted to alcohol. Just in my case, I suffered. But alcoholism, I'm not going to talk about that because that's a whole different. That's not why I'm here today. You know, but needless to say, that got me into trouble. You know, that got me into trouble, and it took everything off me. It took my family, my home, and children, absolutely everything off me. And in a fairly short time, when I went over that final stage, and I ended up on the streets, and so I was in a fairly lonely place, you know, and a fairly desperate place, and I didn't know what. I don't know. I suppose that was my rock bottom, you know. And obviously through all that, I was getting into a lot of trouble, you know, because I hadn't the ability to be myself, you know. I was this different person because of the alcohol, you know, and so obviously I was getting into trouble. And I've discovered, thank God, that when I don't drink, I don't get into trouble, you know. It's nice to know that. And it took me a long time to realise that, but I started appearing in courts and got a lot of chances. And looking back now, you know, I could be resentful, but I was always treated well from the Gardaí through the courts, and I was treated well, you know, and at the time I didn't think I was, but I certainly know I was now. But as I say, I don't want to ramble on. I consider myself very lucky that on the charges I was on, and I just kept repeatedly small enough stuff, but I basically should have been in jail for a while, you know. And but I was given the opportunity to introduce the Probation Service, and I was terrified. Because I was terrified of jail, but so I suppose to get to probation was a little less terrifying, but it was still it's sobered up. It's sobered up at this stage. It was all new to me, and I hadn't been in trouble prior much to this, you know, and so I was scared. But thank God I got there. It's not I got there, I had to go there. But I met Monica and John. I'm not sure if people know who Monica is in Dundalk. I live in Dundalk, County Louth, and I was treated very fairly, and the biggest thing I got right away was respect. You know, I wasn't treated as some sort of I don't know, second-class citizen to just, you know, scum or whatever. I was treated with respect, and I was taken on as an individual and talked to, and the biggest thing was I was listened to, you know, and I became willing when I discovered that. I became willing probably to open up and to accept help, because I didn't think there was a way out at that time. I didn't think there was a way of getting help. But when I accepted that and started to work with Monica, you know, only good things have happened since, you know. When I was introduced from probation then to John on the Linkage program, and John has just done so much for me, like to give me that guidance on what steps to take. I didn't think I was ever capable of doing anything with my life. I know now I am. I'm still not sure. I have set goals, but I'm still a wee bit undecided, you know. But I know that I'll be okay, you know. John's done so much for me. I'm back in education now. I've got involved in voluntary work around in Dublin. I was in the Simon. I am now doing voluntary work for the Simon. And as I say, back to education and other voluntary work around the town. And this has all been facilitated, and I've been guided along by John in this. And it's just very reassuring to know I can be a very indecisive. So am I able to be a person to do this? Am I confident enough to do this? Is it the right thing to do? And all I have to do is lift the phone ask John, mightn't always agree with him, but yeah, it's just so reassuring to know that I can get that guidance. And as I say, I feel fairly positive about the future, very positive about the future, because I know when I keep LinkedIn and keep with the people I'm with at the moment, and Joe and Monica, and a lot of, I actually feel very lucky. I'm not sure what it's like countrywide, but Dundalk is a very good town. There's a lot of facilities and aftercare program too that I done. There's a lot of help when I became prepared to accept help or to look for help. So I feel very reassured, and I think it's such a worthwhile thing, the probation and the linkage. I feel very secure now because I know the problem crops up. I don't have to drink, I go, I talk to people, I ask for advice, and I don't know, I just feel positive about it. I'm very, very honoured to be asked to come here today, because anybody that would have known me would say 2 years ago, couldn't picture me here anyway, So I've got a lot back. I've got my family back. I haven't got my marriage back, and I'm not one of those people that I'm glad of that, I'm not glad of that. It's sad, but that's the way life goes sometimes. But I've got my 5 children back, and that's very important,